If you want to get more things done in 7 days than others in 7 weeks, you will have to limit what you're doing every day and not to be as productive. I know this sounds very contradictory to what maybe other people might be saying, but for small business owners like myself, I found myself very busy, having a lot of stuff going on, and so to be productive and to get things done faster and more efficient, so meaning obsessing over quality and in a more quality manner, is very important for us small business owners, so that we can actually provide the services on the best quality and provide it on time, and to get things done for our clients on time. And so this video will help you, and I will try to be as practical as possible. I'll give you 2 methods that you can implement starting today to start make more money as a result, because the quicker you will get things done, the speed and the quality will determine your revenue and the satisfaction of the clients. And not only that, it will also make you feel more sane, make you feel less overwhelmed and less stressed, which, as you know, we do as small business owners, we do get stressed and overwhelmed because there are so many things we have to figure out, so many things we have to control. The overall idea of this is that you focus on fewer things than you maybe used to do, on a fewer things. It's on a big scale and on a daily small scale, on a weekly kind of monthly scale, but also on a daily everyday task kind of scale. Okay, so this is kind of big idea, to focus on one task, major task, important task a day, which doesn't mean that's the only work you do, but this is the major important task that will move the needle toward important goal. Then you will also have some admin work on a side, which is find a little small task that can be accomplished quickly, so you just kind of so it's a pro tip. You kind of contain them. I learned this from a book called Slow Productivity. So you kind of contain those small tasks. You you schedule a time, like an hour, maybe 45 minutes, to get those done. But the majority, the bulk of your day will be on that one important needle-moving task. And in terms of big scale, to focus on maximum 3 big goals or missions. But there are 2 methods that I really like that will help you to get more done in 7 days than others in 7 weeks. So the first method, number 1, is the productivity purge. Idea that was introduced to me by, again, Cal Newport, a very great author to read on productivity. He wrote books like Deep Work, Slow Productivity. So when you're feeling overwhelmed with many projects on your plate as a business owner, it's super useful to clean up your project list and refocus. And so how to do that? It's in 5 steps. So the step number 1, you divide the piece of paper or anything digital you have into 3 sections. So professional, extracurricular, and personal. So whatever you're going through in your life, whatever you're working on. So under professional, list all the projects you're currently working on in your professional life. In our case, will probably be business. Maybe some of you have part-time job like I do. So your part-time job or college, even doing college. So that would be under professional. Under extracurricular, list all your side projects that you're working on. I don't know, like personal brand, writing a book, YouTube channel, that in my case, YouTube channel, creating content. Under personal, list all projects relating to personal development or your personal life. So, it can go from fitness to reading books to gardening, whatever. So list all of the projects that you're working on currently. Step number 2 is identify only 1 to 2 the most important projects, like right now in your life, in each section, that will bring you the biggest returns, and kind of put star next to it. If it's digital, I don't know, bold it. If it's a piece of paper, then just kind of put star next to it. So the most important ones, 1 to 2 in each category. Then the step number 3, identify projects that you can eliminate right away without any consequences. So if you look at the project and you're like, you know what, I can just stop doing this and have nothing bad happen, negative happen to me, then just cross them out. You don't need those. If you can either eliminate or delegate. If you have employees, because some small businesses, so it's either you have one person or you have some employees, so delegate. Step 4, now the rest of the projects, come up with a 1 to 3 weeks tackle plan for finishing and shutting these down as quickly as possible. So 1 to 3 weeks plan that you're gonna focus on them and get them done, kind of get out of the way. That's the rest. And now when you do that, when you eliminate projects that you don't care about, and after 1 to 3 weeks, when you kind of tackle all the plan, you tackle your plan for finishing up and shutting down all the projects that can be done quickly, now you have only the most important ones left. And so the main thing is try not to add any more projects in your list for at least a month. Just focus ruthlessly on the most important ones and work on them. That's how you're gonna create a quality work. That's method number 1. Method number 2, and this is just a fancy name, the Ivy Lee method, that you can use it for daily tasks. And it has a simple idea, as I mentioned before, is to keeping that one major task every day you're working on. But it has a backstory, which I'm not gonna dive in, or maybe briefly tell that Ivy Lee was this cool kind of management guy back in the day, and one of the richest people of that day, who had like a steel company, reached out to him and asked him to give an advice how to increase the productivity of his workers. And so Ivy Lee kind of sat with them, had an executive meeting, and gave them this method. And the guy asked how much, and Ivy Lee said, don't write me a check after you try this out, and if it was worth what it was worth, just send me a check on that. And so he sent him a check that's now equivalent to $400,000. So it was pretty effective. So here's the method. Step number 1, so list the top 6 tasks that you need to complete and put no more than 6 items on that list. And this number is arbitrary. You can choose whatever, 5, 4, and then sort those 6 things or whatever number is according to their actual importance, like prioritize them. Bam, bam, bam. Step number 3, focus exclusively on the first task when you get at your work, whenever you work on your business tomorrow, and don't go on to the second task until the first is completed, even if it means you have to move it to the next day and try to complete next day. Step number 4, use the same strategy for remaining items in your list and transfer any incomplete tasks to a fresh list of 6 tasks for the next day at the end of the day. Step number 5, repeat the procedure each weekday. In that way you will focus on one important task every day. And here's my 50 cents on that. I'm kind of modify it a little bit. Keep it flexible, that list, because the importance of the items can change depending on the day. So at the end of the day, maybe look and see, kind of revise the importance of the older tasks and maybe add new ones, because some things will pop up. And there are also can be some projects that can seem very continuous, and so what I would do is I would determine what the end looks like for the project. Like, for example, if I need to work out, I can write work out for 1 hour, or do push-ups, pull-ups, and bench press. So that kind of gives me a description of what the end looks like, so that I can move on to the next task. So I hope these 2 methods and the idea of doing less things, fewer things, will be helpful, and that's how you get more things done, feel more accomplished in 7 days than others in 7 weeks. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel if you found this valuable, and if you are a small business owner, for sure subscribe to this channel. My mission is to help business owners to be more efficient and make more sales using video content and Facebook ads, because that's what my business does, and we'll be creating more free content that will help and inspire small business owners. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.